On March 23, 1972, the Women's Wear Daily read the headline of "The King is Dead," and not one person questioned who that man could be. Because there was only one person at the time that consumers and even fashion designers like Christian Dior and Coco Chanel would bow to, and his name was Cristobal Balenciaga. On January 21st, 1895, in the city of Guetaria, Cristobal was born. Now, his early beginnings branched from his mother, who was a seamstress, and had him starting early as a tailor by the age of 12. After honing in his skills, he later became known as one of the only courtiers in the fashion industry that knew how to use his hands to create, making patterns, cutting, and sewing, which symbolized the height of his artistic genius. Spanish brand Balenciaga was established in the country of Spain before it relocated to France as a boutique store in Paris by 1937 because of the Spanish Civil War. Contrary to the hourglass-shaped silhouettes made popular by Christian Dior, Balenciaga took a different route and created sleek and linear lines in the post-war era. Cristobal revolutionized women's fashion in the 1950s, and by the 1960s he designed the wedding dress for Fabiola de Mora, who then later married the King of Belgium. But some of the most iconic styles that Balenciaga had put together for his time was his designs of the balloon dress, the baby doll, the sailor shirt, his first semi-fitted suit, and the sack dress. Oh, and how can we forget about the hats? The 1960s had a whole new wave of generations wearing matching hats to their outfits, and Balenciaga played a huge role in that influence. Now, where Cristobal's legendary status might come from is his boldness in creating new lines for women's fashion, and having those same designs still remain timeless today. Cristobal was using scissors and cloth by hand to communicate his artistic expression through fashion design. It's been said that even today there are some pieces he made that cannot be replicated by machine. Now, although Cristobal Balenciaga passed away in the 1970s, his legacy lives on through his brand and the designers that happen to carry the name. Later in 2001, Balenciaga acquired a multinational French company who owns YSL, Gucci, and Alexander McQueen, amongst others. And by 2015, Demna Gvasalia and Nicolas Yesquer are credited for reviving the label from 1997 till present. Demna's approach to the brand is a good correlation to picking up where Balenciaga had left off. He states, "To destruct, to create is his current work pattern, which has been a successful design formula moving forward for the brand." Now, arguably, Demna has made some of the most noise in fashion in the past decade, hailing him to the top of the charts of fashion and, of course, streetwear. With oversized Triple S casual shoes that disrupted the sneaker industry altogether, to ready-to-wear garments that are quite unthinkable and arguably controversial, Balenciaga, now topping over $1 billion, has now marked itself as one of the fastest growing companies since 2018. So if we reminisce a little bit, Cristobal himself may not have lived long enough to see the fruition of the brand in the 2000s, but fashion enthusiasts and critics from the 1950s to present times can still give credit where credit is due. For Cristobal, there's no question in credibility or influence over the years, and whether you buy into Balenciaga or not, they are still reigning the charts for one of the top men's and women's fashion brands of the decade. Now, to close off this video, I would love to hear your thoughts. Did you know all this information about Balenciaga? Maybe you're no longer a fan of bulky shoes. Well, whatever the case is, I would love to converse with you in the comments section below. Make sure you guys keep it locked right here for all your latest information from clothing, music to culture. It's your boy Keezy, and I'm out. Peace.